Doctors say close to 90% of a female's bone mass is built by age 18. And they say very few girls are getting the recommended amounts of calcium and vitamin D. Joining us this morning with more on this is Dr. Paula Walker-King from Columbus State University. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Cheryl.
So let's first define what is osteoporosis.
Osteoporosis is a condition where the bones become weak and very brittle, so much so that they're susceptible to fractures, even with the mildest of stresses. And so if left untreated or not prevented, osteoporosis can lead to bone fractures in different areas of the body. The spine, the wrist, and the hip are the most vulnerable areas.
So the picture here showing us at the top is how it should look?
How normal bones should look, and then at the bottom you see the osteoporotic bone, where you see is that, you know, again, the integrity of the bone has been disturbed, and again, it's more susceptible to bone fractures. So now what happens over time, this is really a silent disease. You don't feel it. There's no symptoms. But eventually, in advanced stages, a person with osteoporosis can notice a decrease in height over time. They may develop back pain due to a bone fracture in the spine or a collapsed vertebrae. They might develop, you know, a fracture that easily occurs. I mean, just a simple fall or a stubbing of the toe, you know, might result in a fracture. You know, again, you know, a stoop posture is also something that we tend to see in the advanced stages of osteoporosis. So the good news is that it can be prevented, and that's where the point of power really is. And so weight-bearing exercises help strengthen the bone tissue. Bone is constantly being replaced and renewed, and so the more we engage in weight-bearing exercise, at least an hour, 30 minutes to an hour, 3 times a week is helpful. Eating right, eating foods that are high in vitamin D and calcium, are important. Avoiding alcohol and smoking, those tend to be risk factors that increase one's risk for the condition. And get tested. It's a painless, non-invasive test called the bone density test that can be done in 5 minutes or less.
And it will give you a baseline to figure out where you need to go from there.
You got it.
All right. Dr. Paula Walker-King, always nice to have you here.
It's great to be here.
All right. Let's send it over to Elizabeth. Good morning.